And for the rest of you, let's hang out on these stairs. Okay, we definitely lost quite a few. I mean, it got us out of there in one piece, and for that I'm very grateful to our lovely friends here. Unfortunately, still in a slightly rough spot, and we won't have nearly as many powerful friends the next time an issue rears its face here, so gonna have to just be cognizant of that moving forward, which is something I always like to say, but I feel like I very rarely actually observe to any real, actionable changes in my life. But hey, as long as we're making a performative attempt to learn from our mistakes, that's all that matters, right? And we'll definitely hide away in the corner here temporarily. Just let our new friends come right this way. I guess what type of amulet? It's reflection? Reflection amulet. And this is where we're getting all the positive energy too. Interesting. And of course, ponderousness starting to show what kind of trouble it can bring here, so we'll probably want to switch off of this hat at some point in the near future. I mean, that willpower is desperately needed. Even with it, we're not sitting in a great spot. We at the very least have a ring of willpower, but that on its own is definitely not enough to cut it. And let's back our way through and just deal with these sons of guns as safely as we can. Using the doorway quite well here. Normally the ugly things are friendly enough with each other that it's not really a great option to use a door, because they will just file in and work with each other in that regard. But fortunately, this time around, doesn't seem quite so bad, since we're just able to kill them quickly enough to avoid the worst of the problems. Okay, and we get gifted some friends immediately. One gets upgraded up to night level, and sure, many of them died, but not the end of the world here, and hopefully we can keep the rest of this little hit squad alive, at least long enough for them to gain some good experience. And yeah, I'm gonna go on the opposite side, hoping that you send your Searing Breath my way instead of towards our other friends. Beautiful. And with that, we're hopefully back to a recovered state. Gosh darn it, Sojabo? Oh, just the floor of uniques here, and Sojabo we're not very well suited against. I guess the one recourse I do have here is to just blast you a few times by the power of smiting. And then yeah, Reavers are definitely a pain in the rear here. Oh gosh, especially with poison, unfortunately taking out the best of us. I guess I could revive one of our orc friends here. I probably should. It's not a great use of piety, but as long as I have time to rebuild it. Maybe I'll wait just a little bit longer. Hello, Auric. So Auric here has a shield, so I think ideally we want to find you a weapon or a piece of armor. I guess a weapon that won't get rid of your shield. So nice one-handed polearm would be lovely, but I mean a hand crossbow could also work out quite well. And alternatively, as we briefly touched upon, switching it to instead give you some armor could also be an option. Dum. Well, hopefully we find something to that extent in the near future here. Again, we'll try to be a bit more cautious, step out of the line of fire there, so that our friend isn't going to get any unfortunate things coming their way. I mean, I don't exactly have the best evasion in the world, so I can't see it being too likely. Okay, you are still alive. Beautiful, my friend. And okie dokie. That's already going to be the majority of vaults done and dusted. Ring of Strength I probably don't need. Halberd, unfortunately, does not fulfill the brief of what we were aiming for here, so we'll just have to leave that son of a gun alone for the time being. Okay, Frostheart could have been very bad in these kind of close quarters where we're completely surrounded by walls, but fortunately, we deal enough damage to just quickly take care of them before they become too much of a problem. Guess we did have that Broadaxe earlier, so I almost could give Auric here a Broadaxe. Just become matchy together. I guess if I do a quick look up here of polearms, spears probably aren't going to cut it. I'm looking for like a nice trident. Ooh, gosh. I mean, oh, +4 trident's not bad. I was about to complain and say that there weren't any tridents worth their salt here, but +4 trident. It's not too bad. We could even brand it, seeing as how we do have just an absurd number of brand weapon scrolls. Please don't freeze my friends. Oh my gosh, quite a few sons of guns left alive on this floor for whatever reason. And there we go, back on our way. So we can run and grab this son of a gun. We can read our brand weapon scroll. Ooh, and we get a vampiric trident. That's quite lovely. We do also have this Arbalest that we can gift to someone, which could be pretty fantastic. So with that in mind, let's start recalling. Let's give an item to a named follower. Auric, you get the vampiric trident, I believe. And who else? So Liruk, again, I'm pretty sure I gave you that halberd. Could be wrong. But I'm not sure if anyone else has a name at the moment. No worthy followers in sight. Okay, so yes, we did already gift Lyric. That confirms it. So I guess we're just going to have to level someone up a teensy bit more before we have anything we can really do in the donation department. And otherwise, I guess we go to Debs. It's not perfect for sure. I don't know how much better I feel about our chances in Elf though. So maybe we just go for it here. In Depths we could at the very least get some like gold dragon scales, and then I can make the final call for if I want to try out a crystal plate armor run, or if we go for the much more standard dragon scale approach. Probably going to be dragon scales. I feel like our resistances are currently in a little bit of a struggling zone. And do I call my friends in? It's always tempting to. So I just hold down tab without a care in the world here. I guess we can be a little bit more safe. Just make sure we don't find ourselves in an otherwise untenable position here. This I don't love. Fast, soulbound, and strong is not a fun combination for us to deal with at the moment. I guess if we wait excuse me, a couple hundred turns here, at the very least, get some of these sons of guns up with me. Did get the might off on the Iron Troll, but at least they're not hasted. So if things start to go very, very poorly, we could have just started walking away, and the slower move speed on that son of gun would have worked out for us. Though I don't know, actually, now that I think about it, with our ponderousness, is that still the case? I'm slightly concerned that it wouldn't be quite as cut and dry with our own movement speed. It's slowed, but that's fine. And an Etin friend. Hey, let's soften you up with a smite this time around. Jeez Louise. Much closer than I otherwise was hoping for there. Holy moly. Well, definitely a bit of a strange mix between autopilot, hold down tab without even thinking, and starting to get into panic situations. I'm concerned about our continued survival, our longevity in general, but yeah, I guess that's not too unusual in general for DCSS. So we'll just keep on keeping on for the time being, play by ear, and see how things shake out over the next little bit here. As well as maybe keep an eye out to see if there's anything that we could potentially change or improve upon. But at the moment, I'm definitely not feeling anything come to mind, so we'll just do our best to continue blitzing forward, and hopefully we make it through in one piece here. The nice thing about being a Hill Orc of Beogh, I always have dreams and aspirations of putting together the best orcish army that the world has ever seen. Pretty much never bears fruit and works out, but on the flip side, it's fortunately a fairly strong character style, and so I might just be fine without it. We'll see how it goes. We're still obviously going to take full advantage of things like Smite, which is one of the big advantages that we are offered. And we'll definitely just back up and let you kiddos come to me here. A vampiric Lagitang. There were anything that makes me tempted to change gears here, that's definitely up there, but we'll probably leave it alone for the time being here. Oh gosh, stop it, please. People need to stop wandering off. If you all just chill, please. Yes, harm me with barbs in my skin. Anything to try and protect my baby followers here. Come on, folks. Gather around. Again, hold hands. Oh gosh, we're so screwed. Little bit of damnation there. I mean, some of them survived, which is honestly quite shocking to me. I was ready to, unfortunately, say goodbye to the whole crew, but can't complain too much. As soon as you get a name, my friend, I do have a gift for you. But we'll see how it goes. We'll just keep checking in every once in a while. What am I training? I'm training armor with no cap. Interesting. Bold move, Torinski. Don't know really what we were in for there. I'd probably rather have fighting on. I mean, I guess I'll bring you to 24 just because I've gotten you most of the way there already. So bring it up to a nice round number. And let's see if we can't finish off the last little bit of the floor here. Okay, we do unfortunately lose our friend, but Beogh comes in clutch there. Also, more orcs. Oh gosh. Well, this is very quickly getting a little bit out of control. Oh me, oh my. Unfortunately, didn't get quite as many of the orcs on my side as I was originally hoping. I mean, there we go. Getting to the near death at the very least helps. Anti-magic broadaxe. Okay, sorry, my priest friend. If you can just hold the line real quick. Yikes. Well, Beogh, I appreciate the effort to try and, you know, get me some friends. Unfortunately, it's the harder part of the ordeal has been keeping them alive, as it were. Ooh, a +2 plate armor of willpower. I will definitely grab and put on, so that finally brings us to a nicer rounded out 3 pips of willpower, so that's fantastic. Ooh, and look at all the friends that we're bringing over to our side through the power of violence. Lovely. That's, you know, how the best friends come to be, right? Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, and we get you. What I was about to say was that we do have the resurrection available this time, so if we kill a strong orc, you know, any of our, like, sorcerers, high priests, or warlords will probably go for the resurrection to bring them over to our side. That seems like it would be a decent trade-off in the long run. Ooh. Cold and willpower is also a lovely little mix for our ring here. In fact, let's say goodbye to this one. We'll swap it off. Now we're up to 4 pips of willpower. How about that? When it rains, it pours here. And okie dokie, I guess that is the floor, and we'll keep this squad going for now. Let's not play games with weird teleporters, and instead we'll just come to say hello to our Javelineer friend here, I guess. And all of our orcs, do not die to the Frostshine, and in fact, I'm betting that they murdered it on the spot. Great job, team. Brilliant work. Ooh, we have Beogh and Borg. So Borg here has plate armor of willpower already. Fantastic. Oh, I just realized I can give my crystal plate to someone. Interesting. I could give it to Borg, but I was originally tempted to give Borg here our Arbalist. That's a tough call to make. Hey, Cetra, or Citra, probably wrong both ways. Hello, long-time YouTuber, first-time stream watcher, haven't seen Beogh since Mountain Dwarves were a thing. Well, hello. Thank you so much for dropping by, my friend. Always appreciate seeing new faces around. And yeah, it's definitely been a while for me too. I feel like we did a Beogh run in the Great Player, however long ago that was. Like, it's probably been like 2 years or something since we first started that series. Oh my gosh, that's mind-bending just to think about. But definitely been enjoying getting back to it here. Always kind of forget just how powerful Smite is. And this time around, I feel like I've relaxed a little on being obsessive about keeping everyone alive. Sure, I'm gonna do it, and I'll constantly be mentioning it throughout the rest of the stream, I'm sure. But at least not feeling quite so down on myself when the unfortunate does end up happening is so far working out quite well. But yeah, I'll probably keep you in the plate armor of willpower, so I think you do get the Arbalist, my friend. That's not too bad. Its hands briefly pass through it before it manages to get a firm grip on it. Interesting. Why is our Arbalist some weird spiritual weapon? Very strange. And then Beogh also has plate armor of willpower. Interesting. Well, I was originally going to give Beogh the second option there. Oh my gosh. Could everyone please chill? Just retreat out. Leave Marjorie to me. In fact, leave Marjorie mostly to Beogh, because I'm just going to blast you with smites. Beautiful. And then, you know, I didn't really expect them to keep running, even though I was well aware that that is, in fact, how the retreat command works. But perfect. We did manage to keep most of you alive, so for that I'm very, very grateful. And now I can go back to the follow strategy